Hello, hello, hello. I'm finishing my video. I can't figure out damn lights. Get that. Alpha and Omega, get in here. I was so upset at my last video, I didn't finish it. That wasn't the end of my day. Sir David the Bard, I'm coming to you from a mental institution. After you listen to part 1, here's part 2. This is still my day! It's not another day. This has all happened since 8 o'clock this morning. Comcast is a company, if I didn't have a choice, I would not be with them. I can't do the dish because of certain reasons, so I have to put up with Comcast cable for my house. So, I take apart down a box to Comcast cable and I stand in a line of 30 people deep, old men who have died, Indians who are in a teepee, pregnant women holding babies upside down, sitting on the floor. So I go in and I hand in my box. When I open the door, I yelled, "Holy shit!" And one of the 2 employees behind the counter goes, "It'll be about 10 minutes. I said, 10 minutes? He goes, "Yes, sir." I can behave for 10 minutes. So I sat down. I took a number. 77. And I look at the guy beside me and his number's 3. Jesus. It's like Beetlejuice. He was going to trade his number with the Indian. So I'm sitting there, and I'm watching my watch. 10 minutes comes up, and I stand up, and I start waving my arm in front of the people. I don't care. People hate me. I hate them. I said, "Sir, 10 minutes. It's up. It's up." "Well, I'm not ready for you yet." And I said, "Well, you lied to me then, didn't you?" "Sit down." Sound like one of my school teachers. "Well, okay, I'll sit down, but I want these people to know it wasn't 10 minutes. Or is it going to be another 10 minutes? It's going to be 3 or 4 more 10 minutes. So I sit down. I'm waiting. 2 more people died. So I go up to the counter and say, "Can I talk to a supervisor?" She said, "No." "Tell him I'm handicapped." She said, "What, do you want to get in front of all these people?" I said, "No, I just want to talk to one." She comes back out. "They're in a meeting." I said, "Tell them to get up off of their chair and one of them to come out. This is a zoo." They said they can't come out. "Sit down." I go back and I sit down. Well, I see this measly little BYU missionary asshole sneak out of the back, and he comes out to the front, and I can smell he is a supervisor, or he thinks he's one. He sees this huge crowd out there, and he says, "Well, if any of you are just dropping off equipment, I can take it." Well, half the people were just dropping off equipment. So he's got all of these boxes and these cords and all this shit in his arms. And I'm saying to myself, how do they know who belongs to that? How do they know who turned what in? He's just coming out and making a hell of a mess for a hell of a lot of people. But at least they got out of line. So finally, I start talking to the supervisor. Moron who told me 10 minutes said, "77, and I yell, "77, right here." He doesn't even look. 78? God damn. It isn't 78, it's 77. Mercy, she's pissed. You don't get Filipino women pissed. They cut your weenie off, if you have one. I feel pretty safe with her. So she goes over and says, "No, we're 78 or 77. 78, go sit down." This old man, he goes, I think he was 20 years old when he got in that line, and now he's like 87. So, I go over, and the supervisor follows me. Now I've got Twiddly-Dee and Twiddly-Dum. I've got Dumb and Dumber. I said, I'd like to turn in this box. He said, okay. I said, how hard can that be? Little did I know. So after 20 or 25 minutes, both of them saying, they don't know this, what's this button do? Why is this glowing red? Why is this customer green? It wasn't envy. So anyway, so we got you all taken care of. I said, good. Is my bill going to go down? You know. Well, we've been charging you $2.98 or $1.99 for your boxes, and the one you turned in is $10 a month, and you've had it for a year. I said, well, I didn't know it was $10 a month. I said, we didn't either, but we changed it. God, more good news? More good news? So I go, well, there's some things in life you just have to put up with. No, I didn't say that, because I don't believe that. So I come home. 2 days later, I get a bill from Comcast. Now, we pay $124 a month for the internet and the TVs and computers and my show here. $273. I go, God, I turned something in and it goes up 130%. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, come and get me. Jesus, take the wheel. I know there's no God. No God would let me suffer this way. So I make the big mistake. I call Comcast. I'm put on hold. I'm transferred to 3 or 4 or 9 different morons. It's kind of like they're conjoined twins. They're joined at the head. I don't know. Let me give you to Sam. And Sam is right. I don't know. Let me give you to Jim. There's like a guy there that's got 9 conjoined heads. So finally I said, will you give me somebody speaks English? I don't want to talk to the Philippine girls in Manila. And somebody that has power to fix this. Sure. So I get a supervisor. Now, I'll tell you what a supervisor is in America now. It's a person that gets a phone machine and never has to be at their desk. That's what a supervisor is. Used to be the corner window. I used to get that. So anyway, I say to this young lady, this time I'm still polite because I've gone through all the conjoined heads. You know, she's the Marie Osmond of all of these idiotic brothers. And I said to her, listen, I need to save a little money here. I turned in a box, but the price went up $150. Can you explain that? And of course they all go, no. I said, you better explain it or I'm calling DirecTV. Well, let me look at your bill. Okay, I'm looking at it. You look at it. Oh! I see. We charged you for a service call. I said, you did? I said, one of our boxes wasn't working and your man came out. It's a rented box. You have to fix the box. Well, you don't have the $10 insurance plan that makes us come out and fix our own equipment. God dang. I said, the equipment is rented. It's yours. If it doesn't work, you've got to fix it. No, not unless you have the $10. Oh, atheist God, come and get me. So, she said, well, he wrote down here that he had to do some wiring, and that's why you got the service payment. You got charged for the wiring. I said, listen, one of your guys came out here like about a year ago because we were having trouble. And he pulled a whole bunch of wires out of the wall and announced to me that I needed a transformer because my power was too weak inside the cable. So he puts it on the wall, he plugs it in, and he leaves all the wires hanging out of the wall. I can't even open the door. You're going to charge me because your man didn't finish the job. She said, yes. No, you're not. No, you're not. take the $50 off. She says, okay, you're the bard, we take it off. So I take the $50 off. I said, now why are all of the other little boxes that we have $10 a month rather than $1.99? You changed that on us. And he says, well, they changed that up there when you turned in the box. I should have never turned the box in. But now I'm getting ripped here for $30 or $40 more. I said, why? I don't want that. Can I just go back to the normal channels, the news? That's all I want to see, the news and the weather. She, well, we have other boxes. And I said, that's a piece of good news. Are they $1.99? She says, yes. I said, well, why don't we do this? Why don't I get 2 new boxes from you for $1.99, and then I'll go ahead and send you back the 2 $10 a month boxes. Good. Good. Hey, we're on the same wavelength. I've had a really rough day today with my doctor. I think this is going to be a good ending. Oh, God. Little did I know. So I come home, and there's these 2 boxes sitting on my front steps there, and 2 kangaroos standing there guarding them, and I bring them in the house. Then I go back and get the boxes. So I open them up, and here's these 2 brand new bitchin' little boxes, and all the wires and everything wrapped neat, and it's great. It's great. So I say to Mercy, well, why don't you undo the box on the main TV there and hook this box up? And then we've got to call them to activate the remote and the box. I said, I don't know how hard that's going to be. Well, I should have known. I should have known. So she fixes the box. We look up and we see nothing. So I said, get me the number. So she gets me the number. Abigail has the box upstairs. She brings the expensive box down and our expensive box, and we put it in the box to send back to the company, because we don't do on-demand. I'm the one that does demanding in this house. We don't need a remote to do on-demand. So we call them up, and she says, are you trying to activate your boxes? I said, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. She says, well, put your remote in your hand. I said, okay, I got that part of the instructions down. Now push the red button until it blinks green at the top of the remote. And okay, it's green. Okay, put in this number, 1179348, and push the green button. Okay? So did it turn the TV off? I said, no. No. All right, push the red button down below again, hold it till the green button goes green, and write this number in, 9972821. Okay? Push the green button again. Push it to turn your TV off. I said, no! We did this 9 times. And she says, okay, let's go to the automatic TV looking for its own code. I said, I think we should have started with that first. She says, okay, push the red button till it goes green. Then push the green button and then hit power. And then scroll through all the channels that you have, which are like 600. So she says, just take them one at a time and go through, and the machine will find its own code. Yeah. And the Mormons will give you your tithing money back. I do this and do it 2 or 3 times, and she says, well, you know what, sir? I don't think your TV is compatible with our box. You can't turn it off with the remote, and the volume won't work. But you'll have to get up and do those 2 things yourself. I said, listen, this is not the 1950s. We used to have the first remotes, and they would turn the TV off. Says, well, you have the newfangled X121 remote. It's the most advanced in the world. I said, God damn, it doesn't work here. She said, well, it's not compatible with some TVs. I said, the TV is 3 years old. It's a flat screen on the wall, and you're saying your remote won't work. She says, that's what I'm saying. So I said, well, why don't you try Abigail's TV upstairs and see if you can get that one to come on. She's got the new little box on it. Well, same thing, 45 minutes, TV never turned off. Says, well, it's going to be a little inconvenient for you. I said, no, the Bard don't do inconvenience. The Bard don't roll that way. This is going to be inconvenience for your company. You sent me 2 remotes and 2 boxes that are a piece of shit. They don't work. What you need to do is tell me to put my old boxes back on, the new ones in the shipping container, ship the new ones back with you to you because they're shit, and charge me $1.99 rather than $9.99 for the 2 that you're incompetent to be able to put on my TV. She says, well, we'll have to send out a technician. Now, I got him this time. I paid the $10 for the insurance 5 days ago. And she said, there'll be no charge. He'll come out with new remotes and he'll get it right. I said, I'll hold my breath. I'll hold my breath. So I go out in my living room. I've got cardboard boxes everywhere. I've got remotes and cables. I've got 6 remotes sitting on my arm of my couch. So I'm waiting for him to come out tomorrow and fix it. Now, here we are, 8:15 in the evening. My day is now ending, and you have heard part 2 of One Day with the Bard. And I don't have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and sinews, power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. The Bard is gone.